what is it about something horrible happening in a beautiful location that interests us as audience members, do you think?
I think our gut tells us that things are not always perfect in paradise. And I think that that's part of the perfect couple. I think that irony is in the type. The more beautiful, the more expensive, the more glamorous, often the more we suspect it. And it doesn't get any more glamorous and beautiful and expensive than this family.
You do have it's a very interesting family dynamic, not just between yourself and your on-screen wife, and you've got your kids as well. How did you find this experience? You must have been part of ensembles where your family dynamic before. Did you do any pre-work ahead of time to kind of work out your characters and how they'd interact and stuff? Because I know there was improv on set, wasn't there?
There was a lot of improv. It was a very different way of working than I'd worked in the past, and I really loved it. I think it all began with Susanne. She had an idea about how she wanted to work that I loved, and she also had a sensibility as a person, as a filmmaker, that for me was just right on point. And then add to that an ensemble of actors that are really smart, really funny, have great timing, can improvise, and make room for each other. And I had a feeling pretty early on we were going to.
When we think of improving on set, we always think about the comedy, but was it also improving dramatic scenes?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Nicole, on one of the first days she was on set, and I thought, well, this is it. I didn't know that Nicole was an improviser. And we're in the middle of the scene, we're sort of waving goodbye to this family in this sort of derogatory way because we don't like them very much. In the middle of this thing, without any dialogue because it was being shot in slow motion, she turns to me and just lets loose on me with this insanely vulgar and angry tirade. And it just shocked me, and I didn't end up making it into the film, but it sort of put me on notice that this woman was a world-class improviser and that we were going to have fun.
Well, I was going to ask her, how was it to kind of work with her, but that sums up wonderfully. Did she shock you in that regard, do you think?
Yeah, she shocked me badly. And, the camera was sort of on a dolly, and then there was also a handheld Steadicam. Not a handheld, there was a Steadicam as well. And so she started with her back to the camera, so it was my reaction that was selling until the Steadicam came around. And the fact that she got that so quickly, and I was really hard not to laugh because I was so shocked by it. But holding it together and keeping going was it was a wonderful throwing down of the gauntlet. And it was a reminder because we had already been improvising for about 3 weeks, primarily kind of darkly comedic, that there was a whole nother world open to us, and I just loved it. Loved working with her.
Finally, from me, we as audience members are going to watch a murder mystery, and we always try and guess, and inevitably we're always wrong. When you were reading the script, or when you found out who done it, were you right?
No, I had no idea. I read the script and I knew. Yeah, I had no idea. Okay. There's obvious. This show does a very good job of twisting the turns.
I'm halfway through and I can't tell at all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
As well. Cheers. Congratulations on this piece of work. I'm halfway through and I cannot tell who done it, which I think means that you guys nailed it.
Hey, what happened? What are we talking about?
No, we're not talking. I was just.
Can I tell you what she thinks about a lot of things?
Yes, please.
Please. Let's see.
Please do.
Go ahead.
Is filming a murder mystery in a beautiful location more enjoyable than filming, say, a gritty cop show, do you think? Is it just more glorious to film somewhere nice?
I can't answer that one for you.
Yes. I want to say the weird thing is that it's actually, it kind of weirdly makes, once you're filming, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But what is wonderful here is that you come to set in the morning and nobody's there and you can see the sun rise and it's beautiful and quiet. and then the entire crew comes,
And then
it's
we
all,
come and ruin everything.
Yeah, then it's gone.
That's what happens.
Since we have him here, can we throw some compliments at the man in your
No,
left?
you
Yes,
can't.
you can.
No,
You
you
can.
can't. You can't. But
Can
I
you?
can say some things about her.
No, we can throw some compliments
No,
at him.
we can't.
He's so funny.
I got another interview to do.
So him and Nicole as well. Like
Aren't they amazing?
They seem like such a wonderful couple to be called the perfect couple, who, as we know, are an imperfect couple. How did you find watching their dynamic and trying to manipulate it for what we see on screen?
It was just so alive. It was so interesting. The two of them improvising. The two of them just. There was a kind of, like a huge space of. I mean, there was a huge amount of respect and all of that, but there was like an enormous excitement between the two of them, and I feel you can see it strongly on the screen.
I very much enjoyed the opening sequence. Were you in charge of directing that?
Yes, I
And
was.
Was it a bit surreal putting all that together, considering the tone of the show might be very different to what we see? But
Well, it was a bit of a jump. I mean, it was a bit of a kind of, and I was a little bit. Everybody was like, "Are you sure about that?" And we had no time. It's shot in 1.5 hours, and we had no time. And all the cast were like, "I can't dance." No, and everybody was like, "I can't dance." But I don't know. That was just like a part of me that was, "No, we want it. It's going to work. It's going to be really fun."
And finally, a murder mystery is always fun because audience members will watch and then ultimately be wrong when they guessed who did it. I don't know if you read the script and then had the big reveal at the end, but were you correct when you were trying to guess who done it?
Known each other for years.
I can't tell.
Does that give too much away?
Yeah.
I see.